Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and it's Friday. So we have a Friday funny, and this is funny because it's more like a what right here. I'm sorry, what? Because you don't expect this headline to be where it's at. And why is that? Well, the headline is rats and super rats. Like this rat doing some push-ups here. And right now, they're having a trouble over there in Britain, where an invasion of super rats, 300 million super rodents, um, that evade poisons could overrun Britain. And some of them are as large as cats. It's here's another headline: Britain facing plague of 300 million super rats who can chew through concrete. Now, these articles state that rats' teeth always grow, and so they always have to be eating on something to just constantly, keep their teeth in check. But it's not so much they're eating through concrete, even though that is the headlines in here. It's the fact that they can survive eating the poison that's put out to kill them. But right here, it's called Rodent Hell. UK facing a plague of 300 million giant super rats who can chew through concrete. But let's just take a look at these. So these rats, they said they grow increasingly fatter by scavenging on takeaway scraps as customers spot them outside of fast food restaurants. But it's just not outside of fast food restaurants. Further down in the article, it says residents of seaside town Tenby in South Wales are living amongst hordes of rats who have overtaken a hill. So this invasion, 300 million in Britain, which is not that big, is a lot. I mean, New York City has a rat problem. That's a city. You don't expect this in the little quaint countryside of Britain. And the pest experts say the rats, who eat just about anything, are becoming more resistant to poison, as well as more adept in finding better and more hidden spots to nest and breed in walls, in basements, and attics. Yes, they are getting into people's homes. And these rats, Steve Main, a professor of ecology at the University of Greenwich, said he could easily imagine a plague of 300 million rats being present in the UK. Uh, the rats have strong teeth which can chew through material as tough as concrete. Now, yeah, they say that it makes the headlines, but these articles say that that's actually kind of just really common. So they always have to be chewing on something just to keep their um, teeth in check. But rats can certainly gnaw at concrete and metal, most normally soft metals such as tin, aluminum, copper, and lead. But he has seen them gnaw marks on steel and various hard plastics, such as waste pipes and terracotta pipes, as well as concrete walls. They're very flexible. They can push themselves into homes. The largest rat caught was the size of a small dog. They say a lot of these rats are the size of cats, but the size of a small dog, that is a very big rat. And these rats are, getting into people's homes, and the experts fear that they carry disease that are harmful to humans. Rats' urine carries diseases, and it is suspected that it may be increasing risks of salmonella and leishmaniasis outbreaks. So recent figures show 78% of rats and 95% of house mice have genes that make them immune to poisons, which have been used as exterminators since the 1950s. And a Pest Control Association technical manager kind of blames that on most likely the spread has been accelerated by the application of rodenticides by amateurs such as homes and business owners doing it themselves or employing an unqualified individual to try to resolve the problem. So, yeah, I don't know. That's that's why they're resistant to poisons. So maybe the experts would make the poisons a lot more potent so the rats wouldn't survive. I'm not sure about that. But locals in this seaside town, Tenby, say their town has been invaded by an army of giant rats, and that's certainly nothing that you want in a little quaint seaside resort town. And so some of the monster rats are as big as cats, is what they say. So yeah, I mean these are pretty big, and they're just everywhere. So the town council has urged the public to not drop any food because, in this little tourist town, people are tempted to eat food at the seafront where, seagulls and rodents are waiting to pounce on any food left behind. But right here, it says a female rat usually has 6 litters per year, each consisting of up to 12 rat pups. So, yeah, that's a lot of reproduction. And that's how this right now invasion can lead up to 300 million or more. And this is express.co.uk says that during the early days of the lockdown, more than half of UK pest controllers reported an increase in rodent activity as the populations of rats moves from deserted city centers to people's homes and gardens in search of food. So when, they couldn't find it just being in the city, the rats are smart, and they went to wherever they could find it, which ended up being in the suburbs and people's homes. And pest controller Craig Morris said that for the last 15 years that the pests were becoming more of an issue. Well, yeah, 300 million super rats, like this guy over here working out. Yeah, they can definitely wreak havoc on quaint little Britain. And right here it says they have razor sharp teeth capable of gnawing through concrete, copper wires, and plastics. So there's a little view of their teeth right there, razor sharp. So yeah, you don't want to get too close and get bitten by that. And this here says that they started invading homes and gardens and basements, not just to find places for food, but places to nest. So yeah, they are making their own home in whatever homes they work their way into or gnaw their way into just by eating through the barrier. And pest controllers have recorded rats getting larger, and the public have reported sightings of giant specimens up and down the UK. So they're just becoming more abundant and bigger in size. So they're definitely a lot more noticeable. And expert Steve Ballmain, professor of ecology at University of Greenwich, said he could easily imagine 2 to 300 million rats here, and that is a lot of rats for a very small island that is the UK. And vermin controller Ian Heelands said the rats were cunning and getting bolder and bolder. So yeah, they just know that wherever they want to be is where they're going to be, and what are you going to do about it? They're just getting bolder. So look at that, and you can see through its ears. So quaint little Britain is in rodent hell, and so we're laughing. This isn't a real like funny haha laugh like most of the Friday funnies aren't. This is truly a what? Are you look? Yeah, look at this face. What? I'm sorry. What? A rat infestation in Britain? But these little furry creatures are taking over. They are invading. They are making noise, I guess you can say. And they are really affecting life over there in Britain right now. So it can happen anywhere, people. Stay tuned.